One Piece has become a Netflix sensation and has elevated its cast to stardom. But it wasn't an easy journey. Let's uncover the surprising regulations they faced, from martial arts training to off-screen etiquette. Here are 6 strict rules that were essential for the show's massive success. Are you ready for this?
The One Piece.
And the very first rule, every actor needed to be a genuine fan of the anime and manga. The showrunners prioritized that everyone on set truly grasped and felt connected to the material. Thankfully, they nailed the casting.
It's been a pleasure to be a part of this journey. It's such a creative world, so many interesting characters.
No one here landed their role by chance. Take Emily Rudd, for instance. She began gearing up for this role even before auditions started. Emily has always dreamt of portraying Nami. In fact, her entire childhood was spent surrounded by anime stories.
I grew up on Dragon Ball Z, I grew up on Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! So all of the anime stuff, that made me into who I am 100%.
But her biggest love is Sailor Moon.
I made my parents rent the Sailor Moon movie all the time, and they were so sick of it.
Not for nothing, Emily, not for nothing at all. Indeed, her deep understanding and passion for the subject won over the directors.
Emily was really our first person where he said, "I think Emily would be a great Nami." And we said, "Oh, absolutely."
Similarly, Mackenyu felt the same passion. He even got a bit offended when he was asked if he likes anime.
Give me that mic!
Okay.
Let him start.
What are you asking? I'm Japanese. Am I a fan of anime? I grew up with anime.
And whether he is a fan of One Piece.
I grew up with One Piece, and Zoro has always been my favorite character.
So joining this tale, it felt like the actor's childhood dream was coming to life.
First, I didn't believe them. They were gonna do a live action of One Piece. I was like, how? And it was true.
Furthermore, the show's creators had a second critical expectation for the actors. They weren't meant to be a copy of the anime characters. Inherit, but not replicate. And be as involved in the process as possible. The cast needed to intimately understand their characters' reactions in various scenarios. Essentially, they were expected to live and breathe their roles. For instance, the confident Jacob Gibson had to transform into a pirate who grapples with his insecurities and fears.
Jacob is very funny. He brings an energy like no one else can.
But, of course, most of the pressure was placed on the lead actor.
Finding Luffy was such a journey because he is the center of the show. And in casting Iñaki, I think we really lucked out.
Iñaki stood out among 100 potential actors. What set him apart? Quite simply, his infectious positivity and fun-loving nature, which mirrored Luffy's. And he really wanted the part. He dedicated countless hours to studying his character before auditioning.
And I realized that the main thing about Luffy was his smile. So I thought to myself, if I can have that smile in my audition, I think I have a good shot at making this character. And hey, I think it worked. To the best crew sailing on the sea, and to our victory!
Iñaki's colleagues all did amazing jobs as well. To prepare for his role as Sanji, actor Taz Skylar had to work on his interactions with girls, as he isn't naturally charming.
Apologies, madam, I didn't see you there. Perhaps you'd like something sweet for someone sweet.
On the other hand, Emily had to constantly think about money to align with her character, because in real life she's not materialistic. Or perhaps that's just our perception.
Why does Nami love money?
Because money's great.
But it wasn't just about getting into the mindset of the character. Physical readiness was paramount, especially as the directors were firm on not using stunt doubles. They wanted actors who could not only act the part, but also pull off the challenging stunts themselves.
Because the way that I shoot action was in big, long, flowing shots that follow them through from one sequence to the next, and then picked up another actor in all the rest of it. Now, if you're constantly having to replace the actor with stunt doubles, you can't do that.
Thus, the gauntlet was thrown. If you want to be on screen, gear up for intense training all day, every day. And everyone worked on an equal footing.
our actors really rose to the challenge. No one came from a point of, I think this is too difficult, because they want it to be as authentic as possible to their individual characters.
And it was this mission that turned out to be the easiest for Mackenyu, because he already knew martial arts. Well, swordsmanship is his thing.
He has the 3-sword style, 2 swords in his hand, 1 in his mouth.
So that's where it goes.
Waving a baton is quite a common thing for the main female of the series. In Emily's case, it was almost like revisiting her childhood memories.
I actually grew up doing karate, so it's a really fun thing to be able to do again.
Poor Iñaki had to learn everything from scratch. He had to practice a lot of moves, including backflips, forward flips, and forward rolls. And at the end, he seems to have become as flexible as Luffy.
Oh my gosh, I had to do a lot of stunt training. I'd never experienced anything like that.
Just like Jacob, he was forced to practice marksmanship.
You know, I had to learn how to use a slingshot.
So now he's hitting 10 out of 10. And Taz Skylar had to literally become a martial arts expert to look good on screen. He dedicated 10 hours daily to training in order to master every move.
And now my leg can go fully above my head and axe kick down.
And just look at his physique. Indeed, much of its perfection is credited to One Piece. Clearly, Taz is proud of his progress. You can see numerous training videos on his Instagram.
Good fighter.
But that's not all. Another unique challenge posed to him was mastering the art of cooking. His character is a master chef, known for creating culinary delights. So Taz had to learn to work with his hands.
Look at the finger movements.
Whoa! I spent hours
Don't try that at
trying
home.
to figure out which one of these finger movements would look the best.
He even trained with a chef who worked with the renowned Jamie Oliver. Clearly, it paid off. Now, Taz joyfully cooks for the entire cast.
Give me food, Taz!
And while cooking was the domain of one actor, flying on ropes became everyone's challenge. Yes, the stars of the show were literally forced to fly here and there.
I am the god of stunts!
These 5 pros had no room for second-guessing themselves. And if they had a fear of heights, they just had to push it aside. Like when Iñaki and Emily snatched the treasure chest from AX and Morgan. They performed all those stunts themselves. Hats off to them for their dedication. Besides the intense training, some actors also faced another hurdle, altering their looks for the role. Of course, no one was pushed towards surgery. It was much simpler than that, a change in hair color. Mackenyu went green, Buggy the Clown turned blue, and Emily transformed hers into a fiery orange. None of them resisted, and the actress playing Nami was even happy to do it.
It's been truly amazing playing this role.
But it appears the Fishmen actors had the toughest time. They wore special face masks, and each time they emerged from the water, these masks would fill up with water. All this while temperatures were hitting a bone-chilling 50 degrees. But as you're already aware, there's no taking it easy on these sets. And another key aspect emphasized by the creators was off-screen chemistry. They wanted the lead actors to build genuine friendships, not just have on-screen camaraderie. Their authentic bonds in real life would naturally shine through in their performances. It's quite a tough task. First, you have to find people who will conquer the sea together, but who are also ready for adventure when the cameras are off.
We wanted actors that had heart, that had warmth, and that we could build together, that we feel there's going to be some kind of chemistry because that's magic.
And as we already know, the magic did happen. These 5 actors have formed such a strong bond that they are now practically inseparable. They hung out together both on set and off set.
It was something that you should feel very proud. Thank you for being my friends.
Naturally, the show's triumph relied heavily on the cast's harmonious relationship. Here's hoping it stays this way, especially as the original anime has been running for 25 years with over 1,000 episodes. Mind-blowing, right? And Oda's creativity seems to know no bounds. Just think about how long these actors might be working closely for, especially when you consider that the creators of One Piece are aiming for at least 12 seasons. That's truly exciting news. We can't wait for the upcoming episodes. With all the stringent rules in place, we trust our favorite stars will excel. And which character are you eagerly waiting to see again? Share in the comments below.